What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here for a technical analysis on SAVA Cassava Science for June 30th, headed into the new week. So we are looking at the daily on the left and the 30-minute on the right. What we want to do is just map out really obvious areas of support and resistance. So we have resistance at the all-time high. This prior area of resistance acted as support here at 113.31. And I'm also noticing that we have a small gap overhead here over today's high, of course, filling up towards the low of Thursday. So that's noteworthy levels to the upside. Let's also just map out this as support here, close to 72.13 as support, which has been violated. Let's flip over now to the 30-minute and kind of talk about some of these levels. So obviously we saw a pretty nasty day to the downside here. We're underneath the 200 SMA and the 50 SMA, so clear downtrend in place. Some pretty big volume came in on the daily from the daily perspective, right? So a lot of eyes on this name. If I were to watch this into Monday, obviously we're going to have to pay very close attention to Friday's low, which just so happened to be $65 on the dot. So if I put a level on that, that would be something to watch out for into the upcoming week of trade. Looking left on this daily chart to see if we can find any other levels of support or resistance, I would probably make the argument that the next major area came from here. It was a breakout point. You can see prior resistance here as well. It broke and then acted as support before ultimately kicking off that next leg, and that's way down there at $53 and about 50 cents we'll use for rounding sake. So not really looking too hot here for SAVA. We can also say that this broke daily uptrends in a number of ways, right? If we go in from the lows and do something like this, obviously that has been broken a long time ago. We'll get rid of that. We can try another one, do something like this. That has obviously broken in today's session to the downside. So SAVA not looking so hot here. Not sure if it was a catalyst. This is going to represent earnings around the corner on 8.5. All levels to keep in mind. Now, if there is any sort of short squeeze, what are you watching out for? Well, obviously any move back into this Friday range will be construed as slightly more bullish than bearish. It's still not out of the woods yet. I'd keep a very close eye on the 50 SMA from the daily perspective, which right now is out about 82.40. So anything above that could get us up to the bottom of the gap, which of course is Friday's high at 95.22. After that, look for the gap to fill and then reassess the chart from there. Whenever you have a gap fill, that is technically what is supposed to happen. And when you get there, again, it's always a question mark. Okay, now that the gap has filled, are we going to see a gap fill reversal, or are we going to continue and keep that momentum going to the upside? So those are up and downside levels for you on SAVA. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up.